Hey everyone, I am Ashish. This is the first session of the entire series 14-day boot camp. I have not really planned anything at all. So everything what I will be doing would be live in front of you. So right now, what I want to do is I want to start with the basic introduction of Python. Not introduction, but basic basics of Python. Then uh, as we move on from basics, we will start with basics of data science like NumPy, Pandas. And when that is done, we will go to basics of machine learning with scikit-learn. And everything will be practical. I don't want another channel where I'm teaching theory, and no practical. So, in order to keep this entire series short, what we are doing is we will be focusing only on the practical side of the data science and ML. So, first of all, to follow along, you need to have a GitHub. And second, you need to have a VS Code with you. And if you don't have a VS Code, send us a comment. We will give you the access to our Cookie Cloud Labs. All you would need to do to get the Cookie Cloud Labs would be just send us your email. We need to give you the authentication that okay, these users want to use our Cookie Cloud Labs, so we are gonna uh, uh, do the authentication for you. As this is the very early stage in our startup, so we don't have any students to teach either. That's why if you want to follow along, you can request, you can just comment in any of our videos that I'd like to have some access of the Cookie Cloud Labs. And like I said, because we are in a very early stage of the startup, so we will give you the free access to the entire lab. So there will be two things you will require to follow along with these tutorials. VS Code, either you have installed it, good enough for you if you have installed it, and if you don't even know what's VS Code, and if you don't even know like how to install it, or if you have very damn, I would say a very not so good laptop, then you would need the full cloud labs. So let's get started. So without any kind of installation, all I will do is go to the website called cookiesensei.com. Over there, I have this button called Enter Cookie Cloud Labs. I click this, and seems like for me, all the computation, for me, the authentication has already happened, so it didn't ask me for any kind of authentication again. Usually it does if you change the devices. So anyway, if you can see, I have workspace over here, and there are three buttons. This is the first button is for VS Code desktop. The third button is for terminal. That black box thing, everyone is afraid of usually. This coder at Guava means Guava is this workspace. Coder is I believe the name of the user who created this. I mean, I am the one who created it. So coder is the website name, whatever. So over at the middle, I have VS Code Desktop. I'm going to fire up VS Code Desktop right away. And what we will be following right now is this book called Byte of Python. So I'll be using this book as a reference guide to teach you Python. And you can always just go back to this book. It's called Byte of Python to just follow along. So yeah, let's get started. So first of all, for Python 3, it's saying blah 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 blah, blah. Installation. See, it's telling you about something about this Python, who this book is for, and installation. That's the thing we have skipped entirely with Cookie Cloud Labs. So first steps, using the interpreter mode. Okay, it's telling me something called print. Okay, how to. And then again, I'll be teaching you everything. So let's get started then. If you remember the previous video, I have opened up main.py file. So that's where this file is coming from. So I'm starting a new folder. Then, okay, new file, new folder. And this is day one. And inside day one, I'm starting the file. as basics. Let's write one basics of Python. I'm opening basics.python. Okay, I didn't provide any kind of extension to it. So that's why it's not recognizing it as a Python or IPYNB. It's up to you. If you want to make it like a Jupyter notebook, you can. But in the situation where you are making it like a Jupyter notebook or Google Colab kind of thing, or the notebook version IPYNB, you don't get the version control facility over there. So that's why we will be using .py extension and .py scripts. So .py. And then again, how to run how to run your basic Python scripts. You need to be comfortable with that. So let's see, first of all, how to run your basic Python script. So I'm writing something like, let's say A equals 10, B equals 80 or 800, whatever really. So I'm going to say print to the console A plus B, just like a calculator, right? Okay. So what I want this thing to do is to give me the output of A plus B, the two variables. That should be 810. And right now, take a look. I am inside this tilde. Tilde means home directory. And let me show you the home directory. Uh, this is the home directory basically. Inside the home directory, I have created one folder which is 14-day bootcamp. Inside the home directory, I've created one folder which is called 14-day bootcamp over here. And after that, I have one folder to go, day one. So this file, basics of Python, exists inside two folders. First folder or first directory is this 14-day bootcamp. And the second directory or the subdirectory is day one. So I need to go into that. So I will say something like change the directory and go into one basics.py and one space hyphen basics.py, basics of Python .py. I believe that's the thing. So change directory and so on. No such file exists. Oh yeah, it's called day one. That's right. The day one is the folder name. Yeah. Okay. So see, as soon as I went inside the day one folder, now it's showing me the entire directory as tilde, which is home, or you can say base directory. Then the 14-day bootcamp, then day one folder. And inside the day one folder, if I say list all the contents that exist inside this folder, then it will tell me that I have one file, which is basics of Python.py, which is over right here. Okay. So I want to run this file. That was the point, right? So I say Python 3 run for me basics.py. And basically what I'm doing right now is, let me show you again. I'm writing Python 3. Then I start with the name of the file, one space hyphen, and then I press tab to autocomplete the entire name. It's not happening. Okay. One space hyphen and space. Oh, yeah. It totally happened again. This time it happened, I mean. So right now I'm going to press enter and it's telling me the output of 810. The output of A plus B, which is 810. So what happened in this entire thing is that first of all, to run this kind of file inside our Cloud Labs, you need to, or in anywhere, if you run your Python locally, you would need to do the same thing as well. That you need to make sure the file you're running and the directory you have, the file is inside the directory. So right now the terminal is inside the day one folder. But earlier the terminal was inside 14-day bootcamp. Like let's go back to one folder. I'm saying change directory, go back one folder, and I am inside the 14-day bootcamp right now. And if I say list for me all the contents of this folder, then it's saying there is a directory called day1, there's index.html, there's main.py. So if I want to run the file that is basics of py, which exists inside day1 folder, so I need to go inside day1 folder, right? So first of all, we go inside day1 folder. And for that, we have change directory. Day1, I'm pressing tab to autocomplete. And then I say Python 3, run for me the basics.py, and it gives me the output. So that's the first video of how you run a basic Python file. I hope you liked it. And I hope if you are following it, you are able to use your VS Code. And if not, just comment it down in the video. I'll share with you the authentication process. Or, I mean, we just need to have your email to get you authenticated into getting the Cookie Cloud Labs. The idea is we want to teach, and the Cookie Cloud Labs will be free. So, thank you for watching. Bye bye.